everybody, today we have Yoga for Strong Legs. If you're looking to build that lower half of your body with strictly your own body weight, then this class will be your #1 video. So whenever you're ready, let's get started. Alrighty, my friends, let's come to the top of the mat. Allow the feet to be hip-width apart. Arms are lengthening down towards your sides. Turn the palms to face forward. Elongate the spine, crown of the head lengthening up towards the ceiling. Feel the big toe, baby toe, and heel of both feet grounding on the mat. Now imagine that you had a block in between the inner thighs and you're squeezing that imaginary block so you start to feel an engagement in between the legs. The pelvis is in a neutral position, so the hips are level. Slightly draw the belly button in towards the spine. Shoulders are soft, drawing out and down. Now that our bodies are in a nice position, deepen the breath, inhaling and exhaling fully. Inhale, carry the arms up overhead. Exhale, take the palms together, hinging from the hips, let the torso lengthen forward over the legs. Arms lengthen down towards the floor, the fingertips are touching the mat. If they can't make it there, bend the knees as much as you have to. Soften the back of the neck. Inhale, lengthen, come up halfway, flat back. So the torso is parallel to the floor. The hands are either on the front of the shins or on top of the thighs. Keep pressing the sit bones back. Exhale, release forward. Ground into the feet. Inhale, carry the torso all the way up. Arms come up overhead, lengthen. Exhale, release the arms down. Inhale, arms back up. Palms together. Exhale, hinging from the hips. Let the torso lengthen forward over the legs. Forward fold. Inhale, lengthen up halfway, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees. So now the belly and the chest are resting on top of the thighs. Inhale, lengthen up with the torso. Keep the knees bent. Arms come up overhead. So we're in a chair pose. Sit bones are moving back. Most of the weight is in your heels. Once again, squeeze the inner thighs together, so imagine that you have a block there. Legs are engaged. Drawing the belly button in towards the spine. Breathing deeply. Put the weight in the right foot. Lift the left foot off of the mat and step the left foot all the way back. Left toes grounded, right knee is bent, right knee stacked on top of the right ankle. Pressing back through the left heel. Arms are still up overhead. Now step the left foot a little bit closer towards the right. Beautiful. Exhale, slowly bend the left knee. Releasing it down towards the floor. Pause before it hits the mat. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Keep the right knee bent. Exhale, bend the left knee down. Pausing before it hits the mat. Right before it kisses the mat. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, left knee bends. Inhale up. One more time, exhale, release the left knee down, pausing right before it hits the mat. Stay here. 3 breaths. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Step the left foot forward to meet the right. Exhale, lengthen forward over the legs. Forward fold. Pausing here. Sway the hips slowly from left to right. Soften the back, the neck, and the arms. Pause at center. Grounding into the feet. Bend the knees deeply. The belly and the chest are resting on top of the thighs. Drawing the belly button in towards the spine, engage the inner thighs. Inhale, lengthen the torso up. Arms come up overhead, sitting back into your chair. Knees are stacked on top of the ankles, pressing most of the weight back into the heels. Shoot the sit bones back. Invite the chest forward, breathing deeply. See if you can sit down a little bit deeper. Bring the weight into the left foot. Lift the right foot off the mat. Find your balance. Step the right foot back. Beautiful. Ground the right toes. Right heel is lifted off the mat. Keep bending into that left knee. Hips are square. Arms are reaching up towards the ceiling. So you'll start to feel the legs begin to work here. Step the right foot a little bit closer towards the left. Look down at the feet, so be mindful that the feet are still hip width apart, so the right foot is not directly behind the left because you need to help with balance, so keep the feet hip width apart. Inhale fully. Exhale, bend the right knee. Pausing before it hits the floor. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Exhale, bending the right knee. Inhale, straighten up. Exhale, down. Inhale up. One more time, exhale down, pausing here. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Step the right foot forward to meet the left. Exhale, forward fold. All the way down, torso lengthens down towards the floor. Bend the knees as much as you have to ground both hands onto the mat. Step the right foot back, and then the left foot back. Find your plank. A couple options here. You could be with the knees lifted off the mat, or the knees can be released down onto the mat. Find your challenge today. Take 3 breaths. Body is parallel to the mat. Exhale, slowly pike the hips into your downward dog. When you get there, pedal the feet, releasing one heel as you lift the other and vice versa. Pausing with the feet hip width apart, toes are grounded, heels are either slightly lifted away from the mat or the heels are on the mat, whatever your flexibility allows you. Keep a slight bend in the knees, shoot the sit bones up towards the ceiling. Top of the chest is moving towards the top of the thighs, soften the back of the neck, and remember to ground deeply into the hands, especially the pointer finger and the thumb. Inhale, look in between the hands. Step the right foot forward. Release the left heel onto the mat. Inhale, carry the torso up. Arms come up overhead. Bend deeply into that right knee. Open up the arms parallel to the mat. Right arm's going forward, left arm's going back. And you may need to open up the feet a little bit wider to keep bending into that right leg. So a little trick here, again, like we were doing at the beginning, imagine that you have a block in between the inner thighs. Squeeze that imaginary block so you can feel the legs engage. You can make this as challenging as you want with your own body. You just have to keep engaging the muscles. Feel the muscles engage. Exhale, release the right forearm on top of the right thigh. Take the left arm up overhead. The gaze can look up towards the ceiling, or if the neck is sore, take the gaze to look down towards the mat. Bending into that right knee. Exhale, place the left hand on top of the left hip. Look down at the right foot if you weren't already looking there. Step the left foot a little bit closer towards the right. Keep bending into that right leg. Ground into the right foot. Place the hand onto the floor a couple inches above the right foot. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Lift the left leg out behind you. So the left leg is airborne. Right leg is straight. Begin to stack the hips, so left hip on top of the right. Press back through the left heel. Find your balance. Opening up the chest towards the ceiling. And lift the left arm up towards the ceiling. If you can't do that, keep the left hand on the left hip and keep the gaze looking down towards the floor. Find your balance, breathe deeply. Ooh, go with the wobbles. Bend into the right knee, exhale, step the left leg back. Windmill the arms, carefully ground the palms. Step the right foot back to meet the left, into your plank. Now plank feels like a resting pose. Take 2 breaths. Exhale, pike the hips, downward dog. Any movements here that will feel nice for you. When you're ready, inhale, look in between the hands, step the left foot forward. Release the right heel onto the mat. Inhale, torso up. Arms come up overhead. Left knee bent, stacking on top of the left ankle. Exhale, open up the arms parallel to the mat. Left arm is going forward, right arm is going back. You may have to adjust the stance of the legs. That left knee is tracking in between the toes towards the middle toes. Exhale, release the left forearm on top of the left thigh. Right arm comes up overhead. Place the right hand on top of the right hip. Look down at that left foot. Step the right foot a little bit closer towards the left. Now ground deeply into that left foot. Place the left hand onto the mat in front of the left foot. Inhale, extend and lift the right leg out behind you. Straighten the left leg. Stack the hips. Right hip goes on top of the left. Pressing back through the right heel. Either stay right here or begin to lift the right arm up towards the ceiling. Good. If you need help with balance, you can always use a block here or maybe use some furniture. Make sure you challenge yourself with awareness and compassion with your own body. Don't forget to breathe. Exhale, bend the left knee, step the right foot all the way back. Windmill the arms, ground the palms. Step the left foot back to meet the right. 2 breaths in plank. Exhale, release the knees onto the mat. Untuck the toes. Settle the sit bones back towards the heels. Let the forehead rest on the floor. Take the arms out behind you. Ground the forearms, palms turn to face the ceiling. Soften your entire body in your child's pose. Focus your awareness and your attention on your breath. And like always, take as much time as you need here. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope your legs feel great.